Welcome back to Little Way Homestead, everybody. We wanted to tell you about our Muscovy ducks today. 5 facts of our Muscovy ducks. Here are some of our Muscovy ducks.
They don't come from the mallard duck.
As Kiara said, the Muscovy duck doesn't come from the mallard duck. And as you can see, that's a male that's right here. This one is a male. And as you can see them next to the other ducks to the right, they are much, much bigger. So they're a much bigger duck. And actually some people say they're not really a duck, they're more in the goose family. I've read before they're not a duck or a goose, so then you can say, what are they? I guess they have their own kind of breed, Muscovy. But they come from South America.
They have face masks.
Joseph said they wear a face mask. So I wanted to explain that to you about the Muscovy duck. They have caruncles. I think that's how you say it. It's like caruncle, okay? Caruncle. So they're like turkeys. Turkeys have the same red kind of things on their neck, like their heads. Some other birds have them, but the Muscovy duck, they have what we call a face mask. They have these red, warty like bumps that make them kind of ugly, although I don't think they're ugly. I find them to be really interesting, cool looking, and it's kind of like a superhero with a face mask looking. So here I just want to show you our one Muscovy, and you can tell their ages by the red on their face. He's not gonna let me get to him. Ooh, there he goes. So you can tell their ages also. So the males, they tend to get their red face masks before the females do. But as ducklings, they don't have any of it. And they slowly will get their face masks. And then as they get older, they get more puffier on their heads. And Peeps has more than this guy, because Peeps is our oldest. He's 3 years old, but he's the one down in the playhouse with our other female duck who's sitting on eggs, and he has more of a bump. He's mad right now because I'm chasing him. So the Muscovy duck, they're not really aggressive. Only when they're sitting on brood or other male ducks, they can get aggressive to the other ducks, but they're usually very calm. They don't really like to be touched or picked up, so they're not your duck that's going to be your pet duck. Actually, most ducks don't like to be picked up. They actually will mostly run away from you, all of them. But the Muscovy duck, they're friendly, whereas they won't hurt you. They will peck a bit, but mostly if you see the mama duck, they peck at the babies, and it's their way of like showing them like a kiss and a hug. They peck at their own ducklings, so it kind of looks a little mean, but it's not. It's just the way they love their ducklings and the way they communicate.
They bob their heads and wag their tails.
Isabella said they bob their heads and wag their tails. Why do they bob their heads and wag their tails? So they don't communicate by quacking. They wag their tails and they bob their heads and they hiss to communicate to each other. Whereas a duck will quack, but they will not. They do a hissing more like a goose. So I wanted to show you something else that they do as well. So you see, His hair is going way up on his head. Watch. When Muscovy duck gets scared, he will put his hair up. We call it his hair, his feathers on the top of his head. And it's really, really funny.
They can be raised with other animals.
As Maria said, the Muscovy ducks can be raised with other animals. So we have Muscovy ducks in with new chickens that are growing out and a mama chicken. And we have them with other ducks that are derived from the mallard duck. So I'm bringing you down to where our goats are because we raise our Muscovy ducks also not just in our orchard with our other ducks and chickens and chicks. We also raise the Muscovy duck with our goats. You might ask, how is that possible? Why? It's possible because our Muscovy duck, our male duck, Peeps, is like the mascot of our farm. He's been with us since we basically bought our place. We got him a few weeks after, so he's about 3 years old. We've been here 3 years, and he is the boss of the goats. He kind of herds the goats around. They're really kind of frightened of him, and he's really kind of funny. So I'm going to show you him. Him and his girl mate, his female, are sitting on eggs together. So
They don't quack, they hiss.
there he is hissing. They hiss when they're a bit upset, when they're trying to talk to you, and because we are close to the eggs. So he's protecting also his eggs, and you get to see how they hiss. And he will herd the goats out of the way. And also that duck you just saw, that Muscovy duck right there, I gave her some chicken eggs to sit under, and one of the chickens hatched and she's been its mama. And where did he run to? Or she, I don't know if it's a hen or a male. We think it's a male. We think it's a rooster because he's very tall. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's running from us. There he is. So that chicken is also in with the goats and with the Muscovy ducks, but that chicken thinks that its mama is this duckling right here. And she's on a bunch of eggs. So we're really excited. We're gonna have some more Muscovy ducklings. So the Muscovies will lay about 6 to 15 eggs and sit on them. And then they will hatch, and then they will do it about 4 times in the season. They will have about 4 nests that they could brood. And this is the second one that she's on. She's only done 2. Will she do some more? I kind of doubt it because they usually lay from May to August, the end of August. So she's pretty much done laying her last eggs. I'd be surprised if she does a 3rd. So she's done 2 for us, and we're very excited. And another little fact is the Muscovy ducks take about 30, God bless you. The Muscovy ducks take about 35 days to hatch. So I'm not sure what day we're on with these ducks. I'd have to look at our calendar, but we're excited. They probably another 2 weeks, and we'll have another set of ducklings running around in the goat yard. So why do we have Muscovy ducks, and why do we have them in our goat yard? We have Muscovy ducks because they are really good foragers. They really, in the goat yard, they love to eat flies and mosquitoes, so we keep them in the goat yard to keep the flies off of the goats. There would be a million more flies in here. There's just a very little amount. Hi, Sienna. There's a little amount of flies in our goat yard because the Muscovies eat the larvae of the flies, they eat the flies, and they keep it really nice. So if you are upset in your own goat yard or any of your animals where you have a lot of flies, Muscovies are a great option to keep the fly population down on your land. Also, another great reason we have Muscovies is for meat. We have not eaten them yet, but we're told that they're like the filet mignon of the ducks. They don't taste like duck, they taste more like beef. So we are trying to raise them, the males at least too, for some good meat on our table. So maybe in the future I'll let you know how that goes. But right now for us, they give us eggs, they give us more ducklings, and they keep the fly population down on our land. And one more bonus fact that's important is
They're great mamas.
Muscovies are wonderful, wonderful mothers. They will mother other eggs too. We put chicken eggs under our other mama duck, and she hatched the chicken, and she's raising the chicken. This mama is raising 4 ducks. I'm not certain yet if they're all Muscovy. I believe the one big one right here is not a Muscovy. And she will raise it, and they will raise their babies for at least 12 weeks. They will really stay with their young. It's really quite beautiful, and I love having them on our homestead. Now, the only time a Muscovy duck can get kind of aggressive is when she's sitting on a bunch of eggs or she has babies. So you don't want to pick up a duckling with a mama duck around because they will chase you. Joseph figured that out fast. And also the male Muscovies, they will also raise their young and protect the nest. In this case, we have a few of the males in here, so she's really the protector. Our other Muscovy duck that's with our goats, he really protects his nest with his mate, and he protects the chicken. Hope you enjoyed our videos. Please like, subscribe, whatever you need to do on YouTube to help promote our Little Way Homestead. We're grateful. Thank you so much.
Like and subscribe. Now he's on. Like and subscribe.